Okay, good evening everyone, and I'm here with my co-caster Charles. Are you there?
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yep, and your mic's way better today. Right, so I did a little bit of pre-game regarding the two teams, and while we're waiting for the servers, so yeah, let's jump right into the picks and bans. Living Online won the coin toss and picked first pick. Jokes on y'all picked Radiant side.
Yeah, so who do you think
Right,
their first ban is going to be?
actually, I'm not sure because they actually changed their drafter from Jeto to Cookies. Alright, they're gonna ban Weaver. Jokes on Yao bans Life Stealer. It's quite surprising. Well, actually, no, they don't have Sky today, and I think he's their main Weaver player, so it makes sense that they ban him. Regarding the Life Stealer ban, I think it's just a standard,
Mm.
pretty standard ban, like they just don't want to fight him. It's not a targeted ban or anything like that.
Yeah, and these two carries are actually very flexible. I mean, you can see them going the off lane, in the safe lane, or in the mid lane. And they're
Or
hard to
even
lock down.
aggressive trial lane.
Yeah. And they're both hard to lock
Yeah, there's
down. Yeah, the Lifestealer has the Rage, and the Weaver has the Shikuchi to escape.
yeah, that's a good point. And actually, jokes on Yao used Weaver their last game, and their opponents didn't have any stuns, so they they weren't so Weaver just did whatever, basically whatever he wanted. Okay, we have a Puck and a Batrider ban. The Batrider ban, I think, is just another one of those standard bans, and Cookies played him yesterday and played him pretty well, so yeah, nothing surprising there. The Puck, not sure why.
Yeah, I was
Not sure
expecting
why.
this one for Cookies to play, but I think he might be using another Int Hero, if not the Nyx Assassin, which is the first pick of Living Online.
Alright, so Living Online picked Nyx, expected to be a support. For Yao, they picked OD and Rubik in succession. Pretty solid mid laner, can win most matchups. Rubik, nice support. He already has two nice targets for his ultimate right now. Okay, for Living Online, they picked Jakiro next. I'd say Bacon would definitely play that one.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm guessing
yeah. Mm.
so I'm guessing Foshame would move to the off lane.
Yeah. So you think this Nyx isn't going mid, but rather a support?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a support.
Yeah. So having said that, who do you think Living Online should pick as for their mid? Since you have the OD and a lot of Cookie's favorite heroes tends to be the int-based ones like the Queen of Pain or the Puck.
I think they're just gonna pick a Dragon Knight or yeah. I'm guessing the DK is the most likely pick right now. I don't think Cookies plays a lot of Razor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm guessing DK because he'll lose the lane against OD, but he's OD won't be able to shut him down totally. So
Yeah.
yeah, I expect a DK mid.
Yeah. I
Okay, we
think
do have a Gyro ban, Naga ban for the Dire, and the Syllabear ban for the Raiden.
yeah, I think they banned the Lone Druid because he's also one of the heroes that can go mid, and depending on the skill of the player, might actually do well against the OD. So I think that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Though, yeah, Lone Druid should win against OD actually. I think it's a pretty easy matchup.
Yeah, I've seen just some games where the lone druid, well, the lone druid lost to the OD, but that's why I put it up to player skill. So now there's a ban, the Dark Seer by Jokes on Yao, and then they pick up their second support, the Visage.
Right, pretty solid support. Pretty strong offensive tri-lane support as well.
Mm. Yeah, and right now we still don't know like the general strategy. I mean, they could still Jokes on Yao could still pick a hard carry or perhaps and we still don't know their offlaner, so they still have several options to them. I mean, they could pick the PL if they wanted to, for example, and or the Nature's Prophet who hasn't been banned yet.
Yeah, and OD can actually play as a safe lane carry as well.
Yeah, and we've seen it.
Um,
The only problem there is really the BKB shuts him down.
Alright, a Beastmaster for living online. I fully expect him to go off lane because they're dire and he can stack the ancients from there.
Yeah, yeah, but thinking about it, he also might do well against the OD. I mean, he won't have the mana to spam his spells, but he'll still have inner beast and hopefully the primal roar at level 6.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it's a cookies hero. Like, I think it's something more like something Foshaim would play.
Yeah, I
Though
agree with that. Yeah.
though if they go offensive tri-lane, I'm not sure how he's gonna do 1v1 against whoever Jokes on Yao is gonna throw on them. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm not I'm I'm not too sure if it's a good idea to pick him up right now. I'm not saying he's a bad pick, but I'm not
Mm.
sure if it's a good idea to pick him right now, considering you don't know how Jokes on Yao is gonna lane this yet.
Yeah, I understand. He might have been better as a fifth pick or something. So
Okay.
there's a Windrunner. I guess she's the one jungling or the
No,
offlaner.
I'm guessing she's gonna off lane, or she could actually even mid with if OD's gonna safe lane farm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's just if you've seen Navi, they usually run Windrunner on the off lane, but farming the ancients. Also, there's a Viper who will actually do well against the OD, but he's a bit not that mobile. What do you think of this Viper pick for mid, if not carry?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mid because Tai doesn't play Viper. Well, I think it's one of the better heroes against OD actually, and yeah, I expect mid. Like I don't expect anyone to die mid. I expect it to be more of a neutral just farming lane. Not unless some, not unless the support smoke gank or something, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems, I think it's gonna be like both offlaners are just gonna farm the ancients. So yeah, that assures both of them are gonna get at least some EXP. He avoid ban and an alchemist ban. Um, Jokes on Yao played Void yesterday and did pretty well with it. So yeah, Living Online did their homework. Jokes on Yao as well. Living Online played Alchemist but didn't do so well with it. So yeah, I'm not sure why
Right.
they banned it. I was I was actually not very impressed with how Tai played Alchemist that
Mm.
game.
Yeah. So who do you think the carries of both sides will be? An anti-mage or a specter or a phantom assassin?
But actually, I have no idea what the players from Jokes on Yao play. I think
Mm.
Head's their carry player, but I totally have no idea of his hero pool. So yeah, possible anti-mage. I guess most likely would be anti-mage or something like a specter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for for living online. Oh,
Okay.
a Luna pig. I g-
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty nice, though
yeah,
it's not as strong as the.
Yeah, but what I
Or
like
he's not
about
as
Luna,
strong in the offensive tri lane.
yeah, but what I like about Luna is she can fight early on, and early on while you don't have yet farm, you can just rely on your nukes, and Lunar Blessing at level 1 is very very good, especially if
It's
it's
actually
a tri lane.
Luna's actually pretty bad early on. She actually starts getting stronger when around the mid game when
Mm-hmm. With the
she
ulti,
gets
Eclipse.
yeah, and after she gets like drums or even just the ogre club,
Mm-hmm.
right? So living online, let's see who their carry's gonna be. Oh, actually, I think Tai can play Troll, and Troll might combo well with the Viper. I'm not sure how the first the poison attack. No, actually, it's not actually that good because they're just gonna stack it. So yeah,
Yeah.
unlike Enchantress or OD, like Trolls
Oh yeah, yeah,
good with
very well, yeah.
Enchantress and OD.
But I think it's also a bit redundant with the Beastmaster there. I mean, he has his inner beast, so they pick a Juggernaut. So
Yeah,
not the hardest
Juggernaut.
carry, but I expect a lot of mid game fights or even pushing with the Beastmaster and the Juggernaut.
Okay, this is actually pretty weird. I don't think they're gonna go offensive tri-lane because that actually new Beastmaster. But I expect them to maybe they're expecting the Radiant to go offensive tri-lane. Okay, Bacon's actually offline, so we're gonna wait for him. Let's introduce the players first. Why don't you go ahead and introduce the Radiant?
Okay, so on the Radiant side, we have Joy on the Rubik, CX58 on the Luna, Molecules on the Visage, Greg Oden's Penis on the Windrunner, Head on the Outworld Devourer. So,
Alright, I'm gonna introduce the Dire.
mm-hmm.
We have Foshame on the Beastmaster, Tai on the Juggernaut, Jeto on the Nyx Assassin, Cookies on the Viper, and the soon to reconnect Bacon is gonna be on the Jakiro as expected.
Yeah. So they're asking like how many minutes do they have? Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, so I think the question really now is for the Radiant, do you think they're going to go offensive dry lane with this lineup, or will they stick to the safe lane tri lane?
No, I expect them to stick to the safe lane, but I think they're expecting the. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the Radiant.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go safe lane with these. Although, yeah, I think safe lane's a better bet for them. Or actually, if I were them, I just go safe lane.
Yeah, and because the Beastmaster really can't sit maximizing by going on the safe lane. It's better if he just pulls this ancient camp. Although one trick he can do in his location, he can use his access to cut down the trees at the bottom, so at least he can spot the early ganks.
Now he should actually just run there now and cut it down,
Yeah,
go back to regen, and just walk back to lane again.
yeah.
Okay, we actually have nice announcers. If you guys wanna use those, you can use them via the share content tab.
Mm.
Cookies is sharing the
The GLaDOS.
portal announcer
Yeah.
actually. I don't like the portal HUD though, so I'll leave the Elder Bark HUD there.
Okay, so I think Cookies is back online, so we'll just wait for him to reconnect. Sorry, I mean Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, Bacon.
Yep. Alright,
The dire
so
side is very food with cookies and bacon.
yeah.
So we resume the game and we're seeing the lineup.
Okay, actually I think Greg Oden is going mid with the Windrunner. Oh, OD solo safe lane, and
Lane.
they're gonna go offensive tri lane with the Luna, Rubik, and Visage.
Yeah.
That's actually quite strange.
Yeah, I
I
think
find it quite strange.
yeah, I think the OD's going bottom because they don't think that they could win against the Viper, although I think he'll still do well against the Viper. The Windrunner mid is fine. It's just a bit surprising.
Okay, neither of the mids are blocking. Oh, well, actually, Windrunner's blocking, but Cookies is opting not to block and wait for the rune. Juggernaut's waiting up top. Yeah, so it's gonna be a tri lane versus tri lane. Windrunner versus Viper mid,
Mm-hmm.
and Beastmaster versus OD bottom.
Yeah, so this Beastmaster actually is just I think he's trying to block this creep camp, yeah, and he puts a ward there. Although I think, yeah, as you said, he could have cut down the trees at the bottom. So now they're contesting this
Okay, I think
this illusion rune.
Jakiro's
Oh,
either yeah, Jakiro's dead,
yeah, I
or
mean,
they can
yeah,
just
they
opt to
lifted.
leave him there.
Yeah, I think it's better if they leave him there. He'll miss out on XP. He'll have to spend money on a town portal. Although it's still free XP, so I can understand wanting to kill him. And there, after a few hits, they kill him. So that was a nice lift by Joy on the Rubik.
Well, actually, I think it's a more on a stupid move by Jakiro. I don't know why he even tried to ice pat there. When he got the lucent beam, he should have just ran back.
Yeah, it was 3-on-1. His allies were far away. And then looking last hits in the nice, the Vipers winning it in mid.
Yeah, by 1 CS. He's winning by 50% at the moment, though. So. Okay, bottom lane. Um,
eh.
I think this should be like more of a farming, just a farming lane.
Yeah, I
Beastmaster's gonna get uncontested 6. Okay, Windrunner DCs.
and yes. I think the OD should own the Beastmaster. I mean, he shouldn't be getting those last hits, but well, yeah, and the OD is winning the CS charts.
But as Beastmaster, you're not really after farm. The
Your
important thing is just to
XP.
get level 6,
Yep.
basic. Yeah. So yeah, and he should be able to get some farm at least. Like I don't think the OD can fully shut him down.
Mhm.
Mid lane, Viper should win this.
Yes, and the good thing about his poison attack is it slows, and the Windrunner's slow isn't as effective. The Windrunner's Windrun isn't as effective when you're being slowed.
Actually, it doesn't really make a difference. So he can kill Windrunner at level 6 because of his ult.
Mhm.
So
And then there's these wards by the Dire, but near the bottom. But unfortunately, they didn't realize that it was going to be an offensive dry lane. While the Radiant
yeah.
blocks the medium the medium creep camp at top, as well as a vision of the river, which they used to kill the Jakiro.
And the Dire didn't actually buy observers. Oh, I meant sentries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't buy sentries, so they're once again gonna lose their tri lane as they did yesterday, and Tai once again going for a suboptimal item build.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't think they really expected the offensive tri lane here.
No, I'm pretty sure they did because if there's no reason to pick Juggernaut if you don't expect an offensive tri lane.
So you really think this is a counter pick more than part of their game plan?
Yeah. But yeah, but if it doesn't really matter if you counter pick if you're playing, if you're making terrible decisions, like you're still gonna lose this lane. Like giving first blood to the Luna's actually pretty big.
Yeah, because once she gets levels, yeah, her Lucent Beam and her Eclipse is just going to massacre any tri lane actually.
Yeah, they can't actually fight this anymore because both Visage and Rubik's level 2 while Jakiro and Nyx are still level 1, and Nyx isn't really a very good hero early on
Yeah, and with
because his
the
stun actually scales a lot.
yeah, and he's also
It's not
melee.
a really good level 1 stun, yeah.
Yeah, and you know when you have the Rubik and the Visage, it's very very hard. So now there's the pause in the game, and in the last hit in the CS charts, we have the OD actually leading very far. I mean, 11 last hits and 11 denies. That's around that's really denying a lot of XP from the Beastmaster, who's now just level 2, while the OD's level 4.
Yeah. So I think Beastmaster is doing a terrible job and getting suboptimal starting items as well.
Yeah, maybe he should do his ancient pulling now.
I should at least. Oh, actually, Beastmaster just DC'd.
Okay,
Everyone's just DCing this game.
yeah. It was actually my experience playing earlier today. Like I wasn't getting disconnected, but both my teammates and the enemy team were getting disconnected. So there was those unnecessary kills that surprises us both teams.
Wait, actually, we did miss Cookies killing Windrunner mid.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice that.
Okay, and he's really ahead of the Windrunner now,
Yeah, I mean almost level 5 on
almost full
the
level.
Viper. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mo-
they're losing the bot lane really bad, so it I think the bot lane more than makes up for the Windrunner losing this lane actually. Not to mention top lane's winning as well.
yeah, I think it's a top lane because that's three heroes who's getting farm and XP, and that's three three heroes on the Dire that's getting handicapped. I think the Windrunner might have
No,
died from the poison earlier when we
yeah,
pointed it out.
possibly.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason that I can see it happening. So now there's this disconnection and the pings. So do you think the Beastmaster should go back to stacking now and abandon the
He
lane?
should be constantly stacking. You don't actually have to constant to abandon the lane to stack. You can
Yeah, yeah, throw the
just run over
access through
here.
the. Okay.
Yeah, run over here, throw the access, and just go back to lane, sap EXP.
Mhm.
And again, with regards to the suboptimal item build, like this Sage's Mask should have been a stout shield plus probably a branch.
Mhm.
That would give him way more sustaining power against the OD.
Yep.
And Juggernaut should have a stout
Stout
shield as
shield.
well.
Yeah. I think he wanted to really rush the drums, but yeah, the stout shield brings a lot, and you might even want to upgrade it to a permanent shield later on, and especially when you blade fury the creeps, it really negates a lot of the damage that you'll be taking.
So I don't know where their money went actually regarding the Dire, their support, their support's money because did they actually just pull cookies everything because don't have sentries.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the sentries actually went to Fosheim, So it's bottom, but
No, he
yeah.
took the observers.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
That's
mean
those are
observer.
observers.
Yeah. Alright.
Did they pull ties? Actually, no, I don't think so.
90, 100, 190, yeah. I mean, the Jakiro should have more unless there were consumables spent.
Or did they pull? Oh, they didn't pull Fosheim as well. I'm not sure if the Juggernaut got a salve though. But 150 plus that's 335 plus 90,
400,
435.
425,
Yeah, he
yeah.
should have been able to afford the salve if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Or did they just straight up buy the flying courier from the start?
Well, yeah, that's also a possibility. And the Jakiro did give up first blood, so well, it was a start, so he didn't lose a lot of money. Now there's another disconnection from Bacon.
Okay, and Fosheim returns, but
Yeah,
Bacon's
Bacon.
gone. Yeah,
Okay.
both Gold and EXP are relatively even so far. Like
Yep. Yeah. When you
actually
look
a
at the chart.
thousand gold difference. EXP's dead even.
Yeah, but the gold's the one that's I think soaring it with the Radiant at more than 750 gold.
That's actually 1,000
Yeah,
exactly of the
1000. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think everyone's actually the servers are a bit weird today because they were loading quite slow. Well, actually, the finding server takes like
Yeah.
4 minutes, four or
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we were testing it earlier, and just to start a bot game it took 2 minutes, which is absurd. Which I think
Yeah.
it's yeah. And then I heard there's going to be an Southeast Asian server maintenance, but it won't take place until next Saturday between 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Wow, that's actually a long time.
Yeah, but it won't be happening until well towards the end of at least these group stages.
Actually, I want it to happen now so
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
have smoother games and stuff.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the new patch that came in
The new
earlier
patch.
this morning? Yeah, the first
Actually,
blood
the big
patch.
change I think is just Medusa in
And
CM.
mhm.
What? I think the other changes were mostly UI changes, not much gameplay changes, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. There are actually like small buffs to like Spirit Breaker and a minor nerf to Timber Saw.
Well, I didn't see those,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I should look them up right after the game.
Yeah.
Or
Apparently,
since Bacon's back.
yeah. So I guess we can resume the game.
Yep. We can look it up actually if we have another pause, which is highly likely.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, for the Spirit Breaker, he has more bash distance now, while the Timber Saw actually won't. Before when he uses his chain, he won't be interrupted. Now he gets interrupted by stuns.
Oh, actually, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice considering Timbersaw's one of the most annoying heroes. One of the most annoying heroes recently.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, we can see that the lack of stout shield is hurting Tai now. Like all the auto attacks from these heroes
Yeah.
are
So
alright.
yeah, on at the
We
mid,
see some
the Viper's
rotation here.
going at the Windrunner, but she gets the haste rune, so easily escapes. But the Viper seems to be rotating to bottom, and I think they're looking to gank this OD.
No,
What?
actually, I think they're just lane switching.
Okay. I
Yeah,
don't
they're
think.
just lane
Yeah,
switching.
but I don't think that's such a good idea because the Windrunner's level 4 and the Beastmaster's just level 2.
Yeah, but I think the Viper can be. You'd rather neutralize the OD rather than try to stop the Windrunner from
Uh,
getting stuff. But
uh,
yeah, you're correct.
no, no, no. I think the Viper can rotate mid.
Foshimes get going down.
Yeah,
No, he survives with 10 HP.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think more of rather you can rotate the Viper bottom, but have the Beastmaster just go back to stacking or go jungling rather than mid. That was more what I was thinking. So now there's some dewarding action going at top. They finally buy their sentry wards and start to destroy this observer ward, but it's already past the 4 minute
Yeah,
mark, and that ward only had like 2 minutes left.
yeah, but and they also block this big camp, which is I don't know. It could be in their favor because the
Yeah,
Radiant can pull that.
yeah,
They can pull that themselves
yeah,
actually.
but it's a bit. I don't think they can because it's too far off. So I don't think they can really use that to pull the creeps, especially since the Radiant is on the lead. So it's probably best that it's blocked. And then right now our top two farmers are on the side of the Radiant with the OD with 30 last hits and the Luna on 28. And you know our the Dire carries really zoned out. The Juggernaut only has 8 last hits. And their only saving grace is
Yeah.
this Viper with 22 last hits. And who's now level 6. Actually, the OD is also level 6. So, yeah, but right now the Viper really doesn't have mana. Thanks to all those banish, he's now down to, well, it was previously 52 mana, but now it's back to 156. And I think this Windrunner might make a go at the Beastmaster. Yeah, the Beastmaster now mid took an arrow down to 70 life. So, but he's going back now.
No, the Beastmaster's actually not getting anything here. He's too far behind at this point.
Yeah, that's why I think he should have just gone to the jungle or do some ancient stacking. But at least right now the Dyer's finally using their creep pools. But yeah.
The critical moment is when Nyx hits level 6, which isn't anytime soon for the Dire. Yeah, the Juggernaut doesn't have anything as well, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think once again their tri-lane's a disaster,
Yeah, but if you look at the
and their
hero
off
level,
lane ended up as a disaster as well.
yeah, but if you look at the hero level, it's not that bad. I mean, your Juggernaut is level 5 while while the Luna is just level 3 now. Although I think it's the Beastmaster now that's severely hurting.
Yeah. It's mainly because that's a disadvantage when you go aggressive tri-lane and not able to kill anyone.
Yeah.
You actually underlevel yourself.
Yeah. And that's after getting first blood on the Jakiro.
Yeah, that's actually their biggest blunder so far this game, giving up the free first blood, especially to the enemy carry. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we see the Viper and OD matchup mid. Um, Both are actually about to hit level 8, so and they're pretty close when it comes to last hit. So
Yeah. It's like we finally come full circle.
especially
And
Beastmaster continuing to fail, not using the board to
yeah,
stack. Okay, Viper. Alright, no,
yeah, the Rubik
he's
denied
gonna back
the
off.
regen rune, and yeah, they both back off. I thought the two supports there was going for a gank, but I think right now they're looking for more XP and will start to pull this medium creep camp.
Okay, they blow all their spells on an illusion,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny.
Yeah, and it costs the support the mana from the supports. But yeah,
Actually,
the
not
beast
that big of a deal for Jakiro,
yeah. Actually the
considering
beast
he's the
yeah.
first.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
go ahead.
Beastmaster.
He's not really getting anything now and he's just going back. Well, he finally has a soul ring, but he's not really using the mana on anything. I think he should have really started stacking ancients. Just throw the
He
axes
should have
from
been
the
stacking
tower.
ancients like since minute 1. Yeah, so so far Beastmaster's the one failing for the Dire. He's gonna start stacking now, though might be a little bit too late.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mid lane still relatively even, I suppose.
Yeah.
It
So
is
if
OD getting their mech.
yeah, so
OD has mech though, and Viper doesn't. So
yeah.
the Radiant's a bit ahead in that regard.
Yeah. The Viper actually will have it soon, but not yet. So if this ends up like a farming game, if this ends up like a 50-minute game, who do you think has the advantage?
Definitely the Radiant because their heroes scale better. Like Juggernaut's not that good late game, Viper's not that good late game as well. While OD and Luna scale quite well compared to their Dire counterparts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, this Luna, yeah, already has her threads, while the Juggernaut has his face boots and it's almost it's close to getting his drums.
So I think everyone's just happy farming right now, and
Yeah, I think it favor. As
the
you said,
Radiant
it
has
will
managed
favor
to
the Radiant. Yeah.
increase their gold lead by another 1,000, and their EXP as well. It's up 2,000 now. While it's even a while ago during the pause.
Yeah, I think yeah that was the one saving grace earlier for the Dire, that the XP was even, and this was considering how the Beastmaster was uh zoned out, but now that the lead is finally turning back the Radiant, so
Okay, Beastmaster has a triple stack now, but the opponents are pretty close, so yeah, and they could even potentially steal that if they see him doing it. Oh, they actually see him doing it now, so
yeah, but I think they're focused
expect
on
them to disrupt it.
yeah, I think they're focused more on destroying the tower, but once his tower's gone, then they can interrupt him. And with the Luna there,
He's
it's
actually
easy
gonna
for her to
die.
farm.
He's actually gonna die right now if he tries to go for this stack.
Yeah, but
No, I think.
the Radiant back off. It's just the Luna who remains there,
Mhm.
and she also backs off eventually. So now they're pinging the Windrunner, who seems to be diving. I think she's looking for pick-offs, but there notices that she's been noticed and TP's out of there and goes back to her long lane.
Yep.
So if you're
Beastmaster
Dire right
getting some
now,
EXP now.
yeah. So if you're the Dire, what do you need to do to catch up?
I think they need to play more aggressive as soon as well, the key moments are Beastmaster and Nyx getting level 6.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think they should play aggressive as soon as they get that, and before Luna gets her BKB. Like I think after Luna gets her BKB, it's gonna be pretty hard for them to get back in this game.
Mhm. Yeah, and looks like the Radiant's really prepared for Nyx, dropping those sentry wards. Too bad they're not yet aware that the Nyx really isn't level 6 yet. It's actually, he's
Yep.
still a level away, so it'll still be like 2 to 3 minutes before he gets those levels.
Okay, Jakiro messing up the pull.
Yeah.
Beastmaster continuing his ancient stacks, but I'm actually surprised they haven't caught him yet. I think he was yeah, that was a pretty dangerous spot for him to be a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Def-
back to mid lane, OD and Viper. I think OD's starting to pull ahead now.
yep.
He's getting a lot of denies.
Yeah, and normally with Viper, I early game I want to be aggressive with him. I'm not sure if staying this lane's the best idea, especially since he already has the mech. Looks like we have heroes going towards bottom. And the Luna misses and hits the
Um,
creep instead of the Beastmaster.
Actually, I think it's a right call for him to not be aggressive until Beastmaster at least gets level. Oh, actually, he has level 6 now.
Yeah.
So this should be their cue to fight. Next is gonna hit level 6 soon.
Well, he was close to level
And
6, but then he rotated. And then, do they spot this invisible Windrunner? I don't. They drop
smoke.
a. Yeah, they drop a ward. And there's the
Should be a
roar.
fight here. There's an Eclipse. Viper's here. He has no
Yeah,
mana for the mech though.
yeah, and they killed the Luna just before she can TP out. They first
Yeah,
killed the
they also get
Rubik.
the Rubik.
Yeah. Because there was the Nyx spotting the invisible Windrunner, so there's a stun there while the Beastmaster roared the Rubik. So that was the start, and then the Luna using her ultimate to launch her the Eclipse to launch lunar beams, but it damages them, but didn't get any kills. So that was
Yeah,
a
Juggernaut and
yeah.
Nyx rotating back top. I think, yeah, they're just probably gonna continue farming up here. I don't think they can kill the Windrunner,
Yeah,
especially without Omni Slash.
yeah. This Nyx really isn't level 6 yet, so he should just kill his last few creeps and hopefully
He
start
should be at
ganking.
6 now. Beastmaster picks up Earn, and I think he's gonna go for Treads next.
Yeah. So the Nyx is now
Fighting
level
the
6,
BDU.
but he doesn't have mana really.
Yeah, he should pick up mana boots now and get the mana he needs.
Yeah.
Okay, Beastmaster continuing the stack.
Mm. And I think this what the Radiant side also can do. They can start stacking their own ancients for the Luna to farm. I mean that's one of the benefits of Luna as a carry. She has a mechanism to farm the ancients.
Yep, that's a pretty nice option. Actually, for the Radiant Visage is level 6 now, and those birds should help a lot during the team fight.
Mm. Yeah, so
Okay,
they're protective of their ancient stack, and both sides have wards there.
okay, let's. Looks like everyone's just content to farm now. Let's check out the gold graph. Joy is still ahead despite them losing that last team fight. So the EXP lead has went down a bit to 1k after that fight. Yeah, as expected.
Yeah, I think a lot of that, at least around half of the gold, really is due to this bottom tier 1 tower that went to the Radiant.
Yeah, actually, that's around 1,000 gold.
Yeah, 1,000 gold. And yeah, this
Yeah,
Nyx is already level 6 and he has mana. But as you said, they're just content to farm. And the Luna
actually, I
is.
think this favors the Radiant a lot.
Yeah, and this Luna's
The
almost
Juggernaut
getting
should
her
really be
BKB.
fighting now.
Yeah. But they're also already prepared. They're dropping sentry wards. So it's arguable how effective that gank might be. But they're making a go at this tier 2 tower and the Chikiro teleports. with the Beastmaster nearby, so the Radiant just backs off. And it's Juggernaut, he just face drums and I think he's going for his Aghanims. So I don't really expect him to participate in a lot of team fights until he completes that item. While what's up with the OD? I think he's building towards his Force Staff with that Staff of Wizardry. Yeah, he has the Force Staff recipe, so that'll give him some mobility and can possibly save his life or the save life of his allies later on.
Yep.
And I think this Beastmaster misses the creep stack. He was just standing there. I think he was hoping to stack this ancient, but missed the timing.
Top lane, tower's almost down, and it's gonna be pretty big if Windrunner can deny this.
Yeah, it's 139, so there's 9 more hit points left before it goes into deny range.
Okay, mid lane, there are 3 heroes on each side here.
Yeah, so nice stun there by the Nyx.
Gonna go, double ice pat, but yeah, Jeto backs off.
Yeah.
And he might actually go down because
Yeah, that's close call. The OD is his ulti, yeah. And the Nyx narrowly survives there.
Juggernaut can take this top tower now if he does it quickly.
Yeah, but they pop a Gilf and let's see if the Windrunner will be able to deny it in time. So yeah, the Windrunner
Nice
successfully
deny.
denies, yeah.
Okay, the Radiant pushing mid.
Yeah, and they pop their own Gilf on the Dire side. But the TPs are coming in. And the Familiars doesn't get anyone but successfully zoned out. Zones them out.
I think we're gonna have a 5v5 here.
Yeah, so they roared the OD. But the
OD's who saved
yeah,
himself.
yeah, and the Omni Slash and the Luna's ulti there being popping. The Rubik is already dead, and so is the Nyx Assassin. But the Juggernaut dies,
But
and
they lose too.
yeah, and now they're making go the Jakiro, so he's dying to familiars. But this Viper is also taking some damage. Several of the heroes on the Radiant's actually very low, but they're backing off. So it's a 2-for-1 trade.
Ward though. Yeah, 2-for-1 definitely favors the Radiant. That was actually a big astral imprisonment. He could have died if that was like a second too late. But it's actually pretty easy to imprison yourself compared to trying to save teammates.
Yeah, and there was some RNG going on there. I mean, you have the Omni Slash, random hitting targets, and the Runa's Eclipse also randomly hitting various heroes. But you know, the Radiant gets the kill there. And then it looks like the Beastmaster stops stacking his ancients. And the Juggernaut content to going back to his top lane to farm. And if you look at the net worth right now, the top 2 leading ones are the OD and the Luna, followed by the Viper and the Juggernaut. But definitely, I think the ones making the most out of their items is the Radiant. And the Luna already has her BKB, so she's a lot tougher now. And in the river, there's an arrow on the Jakiro, but he managed to survive.
Actually.
Sorry, Shackle. Yeah, Shackle. Sorry, which stunned him, but they couldn't make a go as the Viper and the Nyx rotated in. And then the Juggernaut has free farm on top, and I think he's just looking to push.
Ooh, nice force staff.
Yeah.
Misses the stun.
Yeah, and
Was able to carapace something, but I'm not sure what. Okay.
He dies to the OD.
Mid.
Yeah. Nice roar there, saving the Jakiro.
Juggernaut doesn't have a. Oh, Juggernaut has a TP, but I'm not sure why he's not TPing. He has Omni Slash.
Yeah, so this Viper's dead. The nice shackle shot there in the end. And they might make a go at
Yeah,
this tower.
late TP by
Yeah, and that's a misplay. I mean, you hit the Jakiro Ice Path, but the Juggernaut was far away from his Blade Fury then. He was backing off. And yeah, I think this tower's dead. So yeah, the Radiant gets a tower. And then the Luna pops the
Luna pops a
BKB.
BKB,
And
release
her...
a carapace. Actually, Jakiro's gonna go down. Another bad move by him.
Yeah, so the Dire losing 3 heroes there, with the Radiant losing none.
Yeah, the Radiant's actually snowballing out of control now. Luna has his Yasha. OD has his Force Staff. He did have that the last
Uh,
fight. That's why he survived. He did a pretty nice Force Staff to dodge the next stun.
mhm.
And I think he has around 100 int now, which should enable him to kill most of the opponents with,
Supports, yeah, especially
or
the
at least
supports.
some of the opponents with one ult. No, actually
Yeah, actually, the Jakiro's a
Jakiro
bit
has
tough. Yeah, he's
yeah.
962 life, but the Nyx only has 682 HP. So, and only at 20 int right now, 28 int. So yeah, very vulnerable there to the Scientist
It's
Eclipse.
actually dangerous for him to actually just target it on the Nyx because of Carapace though, because it reflects the full damage to you instead of a multiplier to yourself, which should result to 0.
Mhm. And yeah, nice placement of the sentry ward, so they're really prepared for the Nyx. At least in the mid lane. And the Viper goes back to farming top, and then the Juggernaut content to farm bottom. But the Radiant's already gathering in the jungle. Yeah, but the Juggernaut eventually backs off. So, no team fight here. And if you look at the XP chart, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what, 7,500
the guys
XP.
that don't want to fight right now because the Radiant have a significant advantage with this Luna BKB. The Visage, I'd say actually the Visage doesn't have anything. He probably bought all the consumables.
Yeah, and still
Um,
has awards on
Ru-
him.
Actually, the Radiant supports are strangely very poor. I think it's due to the number of sentries they bought.
Yeah, yeah, but
I'm
better
guessing
safe
they
than
should be
sorry.
a lot richer now, considering they won a couple of team fights. Can try to go on Viper, but Viper just backs off. Beastmaster's gonna go for an Aghanim's, but he's nowhere close. Chakiro, not much on him as well. And yeah, actually all the supports are quite poor this game.
Mhm. Yeah, I think the Radiant really was prepared for the Nyx, but I think they were over prepared. I mean, they were already dropping sentry wards when the Nyx was still level 5. But the Nyx here, now speaking of it, he has double damage and he finds this Luna. Will he make a go at it? Yeah. So there's the Impale. He pops the
Still has
Carapace too
BKB
soon.
though.
Yeah. But I think he popped the Carapace too soon. The Luna was still stunned then.
It doesn't matter if he pops the Carapace because the Luna's not gonna attack or eclipse at all. He's definitely gonna pop that BKB first.
Mhm.
Actually, it's the Viper's mistake that he was kind of late. I think they could have taken the Luna out at least and not died to any Eclipse shenanigans
Mhm.
because of the mech.
Yep. So now the Viper's hitting this tower and just the Luna hanging back. So it's taking some damage. And then there's pings, but so far it's only now that the Radiant supports are rotating in, so the Windrunner comes in. I think it's a dead Viper, and with more teleports
Yeah,
coming
definitely a
in,
dead Viper.
he should have backed off earlier.
I don't know what the Dire supports are up to though. Like they're just hanging out in the jungle.
Yeah, They're not even stacking or farming those creeps. Yeah, so they just do a creep pull, and this Jakiro farms this ancients. The Beastmaster has a haste rune, and the Nyx drops a ward, but the Radiant is really on the opposite end right now. So so I think one of the difficulties right of the Dire is that they haven't taken down any towers yet, and the top tower that did go down was also denied.
Yeah, which reflects the gold graph. The Radiant's actually ahead by
Down.
7,500 gold now. Even though it's just basically like a 1.5 tower advantage. Well, actually, it's more than 1.5, more like 1.7 tower advantage.
Hmm. It's for me. It's really about map control. I mean, like what you saw there with the Viper, he was too far off. I guess either looking for a farm or to finally break the tower, and that caught him off guard. And then
That
the Dire here smokes, but I think it's spotted because they smoke in front of a observer ward.
Yeah, not just an observer and the sentry ward. So yeah, they're just gonna try to counter gank right now, and yeah, the Dire just back off. I think they actually realized they got spotted there, and good call by them.
Yeah, and if you look at the mini map, all these wards by the Dire, defensive wards. So,
K-Mix Assassin going in, though they can see him.
yeah, shackle
Nice
nothing like that. Yeah,
stuns.
the Rubik steals a spell, and it's the spike carapace. So.
That's actually the worst spell to take.
Yeah, he won't be able to initiate, but if they do initiate on him, he has defensive spell. But yeah, you want the impale or even the vendetta. So yeah, passive game
We're
right
going
now.
for a Dominator next. OD going for a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, but
Actually, I think it's pretty reasonable to go for a Ghost Scepter considering they have very limited amount of magic damage. Well, actually, no. The mana burn can actually do a lot of damage if Nyx catches him while on ghost form.
yeah, actually I think it's just really the Viper who's dealing physical damage. I mean, you have the Jakiro, even a lot of the Juggernaut's abilities are magical except for the Omni Slash.
Yeah, but he's probably just afraid of the Viper at this point. Like, the Juggernaut outside of his Omni Slash is really a non-factor this game.
Yeah, I mean he has an Aghanim's, but it's not really that scary right now unless you run really into him
No, it's
without
actually
support.
good, but like I said, outside the Omni Slash, it boosts the Omni Slash, but outside of that, I don't think he can do much during team fights.
Yeah, that's why I said like
Fury barely does anything now.
yeah, I mean yeah, that's why if he finds someone who's zoned out, I mean single one farming the jungle alone, then yeah, that's where it comes in. I mean they're dead because of all those slashes, but aside from that, it's not gonna do much right now. So do you think right now the Dire should set up a smoke gank and regain their offense and set up something?
Yeah, actually the Beastmaster should start doing more because
Yeah.
okay, nice
The,
wasted the it's good for the Dire.
and then nice or yeah, and this Luna
The
might die.
Luna's gonna go down.
Yeah.
OD comes in, though I don't know where. Alright, Juggernaut still has his Omni Slash, and OD should be dead.
Yeah, so actually there's a good team
Okay,
fight.
Windrunner still here.
Yeah.
They take the tower, and they should be able to get the second one with
Yeah.
this healing ward.
Yeah, so that was a good team fight. I mean, the Rubik died immediately, and then first the Luna spent her eclipse, but hitting the creeps really, and then the Rubik died, and then the Luna was I think she was roared. Oh no, it was the Rubik who was roared, and then the Luna then was picked off. And then with a late TP by the OD, I mean there were several heroes there now. He was in no man's land, and it was only the Windrunner who survived that encounter. And now they're going for Roshan. And who do you think the Aegis should go? Should it go to the Juggernaut or the Viper?
Uh, I definitely think it should go to the Viper right now.
Yeah, so the familiar spots them, and yeah, but the Aegis goes to the Juggernaut.
I think it's mainly because the Viper didn't want to throw away any of his items. That's why they gave it to the Jug.
Mhm.
Okay, Beastmaster actually has his Aghanims now. Not sure why he's not buying it yet.
He might be saving for buyback, but
Viper going for
yeah.
a BKB.
Yeah, he already has it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a BKB now. I actually wonder what he's gonna go for next. I'd prefer an Aghanims actually. Like, people underestimate how good the Aghanims is on Viper. Like, you can use the ultimate multiple times during the fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely want him to go for that. And considering Luna took a BKB and that goes through it, goes through the Ghost Scepter of OD as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, and all the supports are just gonna die if they get Viper Strike with the Naganims.
Yeah. And thanks to that last team fight, there's a sharp dip into the XP chart with the Radiant now leading 2,500, whereas it was like 7,500 before that. So it's a sharp
Yeah,
dive
actually
there.
both gold and EXP charts.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so right now it's becoming another passive game with both sides
Wait,
content to
actually, is
farm.
the Juggernaut going for a Refresher Orb? He has a Oblivion Staff.
Yeah,
That's actually a really strange build.
I guess he's just gonna depend on the Omni Slash to get the kills. But
But
we'll
you can actually boost the Omni Slash via getting more attack speed because if you reach a certain threshold, Juggernaut actually does normal auto attacks in between the actual Omni Slashes.
yeah, yeah, you get more damage. Yeah, and I think there was this game you casted when the Omni Knight got a Battle Fury, but if they're not really close together, the Battle Fury with Omni Slash isn't gonna help that much.
Okay, another smoke by the
Dire.
Dire. Let's see if they can pick anyone off. Beastmaster should really be leading.
Yeah, but the Sentry
Okay,
Ward
they
spots
spot
them.
him.
Yeah. And his smoke revealed, but
Okay,
he
long range stun.
yeah. That's the Aghanium ulti
Nice
there.
stun.
Luna ulti, but the Nyx
Eclipse.
yeah clips, but the Nyx pops
Oh,
his
Viper didn't
spike
pop the mech
carapace.
actually. Late mech by the Viper.
Yeah, and then
Omni slash, but
nice sanity
there's a
eclipse
sea
there.
of creeps here.
Yeah. So right now it's 2 for 2. The supports of the Dire dead, and
ODE goes down.
yeah, but he took down the Beastmaster before that, and now the Viper also
Yeah,
goes
but that's
down.
definitely not worth it for.
Yeah. So
It's
3 for
a 3 for
4
4.
favoring the Radiant. The Luna barely escaping, but she lives nonetheless.
Yeah, the Viper actually dropped the ball there. Two of his teammates were dying and he didn't pop the mech.
Yeah, so they're looking for a pause.
Yeah, I think Jugger. I don't know what.
I think he got
it's,
okay. So I think it's AFK. So right now, how big do you think is the advantage of the Radiant, or is it something? How can the Dire win this game? For me, I think they just need one good team fight, and the Dire can swing this back.
Actually, right now I think it's pretty even. I think it's more on who executes better when it comes to a team fight. Like
Mhm.
Luna has been constantly, I feel like popping the BKB and Eclipse too early, or at least not at an optimal time.
Mhm.
I think if he gets better Eclipses, yeah, the fights would go way better for them considering they're I would say significantly ahead at this point.
Yeah. Actually, I impressed by the Knicks there during that last team fight. I mean, when the Luna pop the clips, he pop off his spike carapace. But yeah, as you said, it was eventually taking some damage, and the Viper didn't use the mech in time to save his allies, and the Dire lost their two supports there, and then for that it was just trades. And I think they could have gotten at the very least the Luna kill there if there was a slightly better execution.
May I actually agree with that.
And then
Yeah,
I
the
think
Vipers actually went for a Yasha. Probably going for a Manta style.
hmm.
Probably wanted to negate some Eclipse damage. And though those almost instantly die to the OD's
Scientist Eclipse.
no Arcane Orb,
Okay,
because
alright.
it almost like vaporizes those illusions.
Yeah, but I think that's where the BKB comes in. I mean, if you pop up the BKBs, the OD won't do as much. The best he can do probably is banish himself. And then if we look at the bottom Dire Tower tier 3, creeps are pushing in. So looks like the Juggernaut will come in to farm that creep wave. And then they're signaling
Yeah, he's actually gonna get his refresher orb right now.
yeah, he already
He
bought the
has it.
recipe. Yeah. So what do you think of the
I'm
refresher
still
orb?
not sure about this.
Do you like prefer a butterfly on him or even a
Yeah,
Monkey King bar?
probably a butterfly. Though Monkey King bar is actually pretty good as well, since you can proc those mini bashes with the Omni Slash. I think it's yeah. I'd go for a Monkey King bar.
Yeah. Uh, did you
Does he
reach a
even have
time?
enough mana to cast this?
Yeah, that's my question. Well, it's 350, yeah. He can do it, and
No, he
one for
doesn't.
an Blade Fury. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Fresher Orb costs 375 mana. So, 370, yeah. He needs like 50 mana more or something.
Yeah.
350,
And
700.
if OD just imprisons him,
Yeah, it's
he's not
gone.
gonna do anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
that
my
would
early
be a bad
wondering, yeah.
choice.
When he first picked it up, like will he have enough mana to use it? Yeah, so history actually of the Omni Slash. Early in Dota, it was actually not the fixed damage. Before, it was actually based on his base attack. But the problem there was at level 6, your base attack really isn't doing a lot of damage. So they eventually changed it to what it is right now.
Hmm.
Because before it could it was dependent on your base damage. So if you like got a Divine Rapier on him, your Omni Slash was needing Divine Rapier damage. But with the change, I think for the most part, it's better and certainly can net you kills at level 6.
Okay, we're going back into the game now. Again, I think we're gonna see a short moment where both teams are just content to farm.
Yeah. So the Luna actually has her Manta style now, and the Viper just bought smoke, so they're looking to set up a smoke gank.
Actually, they weren't able to use the Aegis that last fight.
Yeah,
Just I
the
totally
Juggernaut
forgot about
survived.
that.
Yeah, I also forgot about it as well. I guess if he tower dive, he could have gotten a kill, but it was just near the tier 1 tower, so
But the thing is, he actually went into that fight late.
Mhm.
He should have went in there actually like way earlier than that.
Yeah. So the Beastmaster, do you prefer the Aghanims on him or the Blink Dagger? I mean, both essentially lets you do the same, which is initiate.
I actually prefer the Aghanims because in addition to the longer range, you have a way shorter cooldown on that roar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're making another go at
Yeah,
mid, and
they do have a healing ward.
yeah, will they contest this tower? They pop the Gilf, but yeah, the OD's far away. Does he have a scroll of TP? Yeah, he has a TP scroll, but looks like they won't contest it. And the Viper even picks off some of the familiars, or at least one of the familiars. And the OD now has his Sight of Vice.
Yeah, that's actually quite big.
Yeah. So who do you think he should be sighting? The Viper or the Juggernaut?
They can actually just burst out the Juggernaut before he can do anything because he only has. It's not that tanky right now. It's not that tanky right now, and if and he's actually I think 60% of her damage, assuming he can get both those Omni slashes off.
Yeah, I think he'll need someone with arcane boots to combo to to use that. He needs to be close to the Nyx or the
Yeah.
Zakiro. Oh, there's a smoke here from the Radiant. So looks
Okay,
like they'll
smoke.
run to
Let's
the
see if they're gonna
Viper.
get anything.
Uh, looks like they might run to the Viper. Yeah, the
Ooh,
OD
they're gonna
banishes
catch the
him,
Viper
and even
and
this courier. So dead
ooh, the
courier.
courier.
The
Viper
Viper pops his BKB.
BKBs. Nyx. Not
Out
oh,
of position,
not
really.
sure what
Tai.
this Nyx is. Yeah, bad move by Nyx. The Aegis also expired,
Yeah.
and they're not doing very well. Oh, they managed to take down the Luna, which is pretty decent. It's 4-4-3 once
443
again, but the
and one
Juggernaut
buyback.
fought back.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure what the Nyx was doing there. He could have gotten like a three-man impale easy, and the Juggernaut could have just double Omni slashed.
Yeah, and the Dragon Real there was a single out. He became a sheep, and by the time he got out of it, he was like down to single bar of health. So by then his Blade Fury didn't really do much. Maybe he could have
Yeah,
immediately
at this
pop up
point
the
he
Omni
shouldn't be
Slash.
using Blading Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't able to Omni as well. They could have won that fight convincingly if he Omni'd properly.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of using the Blade Fury, he should have just Omni'd. And you were by the river, so there weren't really any creeps. You'd just be hitting heroes. And maybe the familiars. Okay, so like if you're the Juggernaut now, what item should you be getting?
I'd still go for the MKB though. He might have to get anything just to top up that mana. Okay, he levels up and gets some stats now. So assuming he doesn't
Spend
get
mana in
imprisoned
anything.
or
Yeah.
doesn't spend mana on anything else, he should be able to pull that double Omni Slash off.
Yeah. So the Luna is getting tanky. She already has a Reaver. So I expect the helm would be upgraded soon. Yeah.
He's going for the Satanic. He's I think around 800 gold away from it still.
Yeah. And then
He rushes back up and
yeah, we have a Juggernaut illusion there just guarding it. And it looks like the Radiant wants to go mid. Yeah, they smoke, and they're already pointing arrows. And depending on their course, they might run into the Juggernaut again. no, the Juggernaut just farming the creeps. They grab an invisibility rune and they'll run into the Viper. Will the OD force staff himself? But yeah, but it's night. They don't have vision yet.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
nice
good
shackle shot
reaction by the
there.
Juggernaut. He could have definitely lived there.
Yeah. So now they're going on the
Luna
Jakiro.
pops the BKB.
Yeah. So Juggernaut and the
Yeah,
Jakiro
that's a
dead there,
free
and
Roche
yeah,
for them.
Roshan. Yeah. No way they can contest, and with those OD Arcane Orb, it's powerful right clicks. Yeah. So yeah, dominating lead right now from the Radiant. And the Aegis goes to the
Actually,
Luna.
the lead's just pretty stable though. I think the big thing is the Aegis.
Oh, but for me, it's also the item choices. I mean, yeah, we have earlier the Omni Slash on with the refresher. Sorry, the Juggernaut with the refresher, but he hasn't really gotten to use it.
Yeah, he keeps getting picked off. And actually he's not using his drums as well. So yeah.
I mean, the one on top of their skills really is actually the Beastmaster, who they rely on initiation. And right now they're picking on top. I think they wanna make a go at this Viper, but he TP's out. He already has his Manta style.
And that should negate a lot of damage. And
And
then again, I think despite the Radiant being massively ahead right now, I think it still really depends on how they execute on the team fights. Like this double Omni Slash could definitely be devastating if used right.
yeah, I think you need
Considering the Luna's down to a 4-second BKB.
yeah. So there's a smoke here on the Dire, but the Radiant's back off by then. So nice game sense. And then they're picking the Ancients. Yeah, I think they might find this Windrunner. Will she go back to base or will she head top? No, yeah, just content with going back to base and avoids this smoke gank. And they're now revealed as it wears off.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty obvious smoke gank considering mid's pushing in and no one's defending.
Mhm. Yeah, so and then a lot of sentry wards here by the river. So total vision really of this area near Roshan.
That's actually a massive amount of sentries. No wonder they're so poor.
Yeah, so the Luna now has her
Actually has a
Satanic.
gem now.
Yeah, and the Luna has her Satanic. And I think the OD is already 6 slotted. He could probably buy Boots of Travel if he wants, but I think he's just saving the money for buyback. And then everyone's really gathered at this dire jungle. But both sides do have vision. Not yet. So this actually might be the next clash, and whoever wins this might
Okay, they see the Nyx, but he's gonna get the stuns off.
yeah, roar on the OD and the Omni Slash finally gets
Pretty
popped.
decent Omni Slash. Where's the second one?
There
Okay,
he
there
pops
goes
it.
the second one, but oh, actually it's a team wipe.
Yeah, but
Gem,
yeah,
gem on the ground.
and they go on the Luna.
Yes, Luna goes down as well, and
Yeah, so just five for one. So very good team fight. Yeah, as you said, it was the Omni Slash changing how the team fight went.
no, actually I think it was a healing ward in that fight because it was hidden in the trees and
They couldn't
the
pick it
Radiant
off.
just basically ignored it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the problem
Fight
now
for
of
the Dire.
the Dire. I mean, the tier 2 towers are still up, so it's still hard for them to really push. But hopefully they could get this tier 2 tower in mid.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's a bad decision for like Jakiro to be like
Split
trying to
pushing
solo
top.
push
Yeah.
top right now. They should be helping out at mid at least. But if one of the supports overextend here, like Beastmaster still has that roar,
Yeah,
and can
it's
definitely.
the Aghanims you're talking about with the low cooldown. Yeah, so there's they pop the Gilf and the teleport comes in. Yeah, the OD's out and zones Sheep's tie and actually
Okay.
yeah nice roar there to save
Oh, he
tie.
goes for the Rubik instead.
Yeah.
Is there an Omni Slash?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, 1 second before the Omni Slash.
Yeah,
That was pretty greedy by the Juggernaut. They lose the gem as well, which is yeah,
yeah. I think you
it's pretty
said
big
if
considering the
the
supports are really poor.
yeah if the Shakiro was there, I mean the tower was just well they do get the tower I think, but the cost of your core, two of your cores. So
That was a big fight for the Radiant as well. It's yeah, they were starting to lose control of the game, and yeah, picking off the Juggernaut's really big.
yeah.
And yeah, bad decision making. I think first of all by the hero, he has really no business like solo farming or pushing top at this point. Yeah, and another bad decision by the Knicks, going for the Rubik instead of going for the OD.
Okay.
Like even if you kill the Rubik, it doesn't really matter that much at this point. And yeah, yeah, just bad decisions overall.
Yeah, and if you look at the Rubik, he actually stole Roar. So that's a big
Ooh,
initiation
really?
skill. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a really
A
big
big.
skill.
Yeah. I mean the only other skill that he could steal probably would be like the Impale, but the Roar's significantly better, and I think it has also the Aghanim's buff, right? Yeah. Well, that's the Aghanim's
Yeah.
buff. So if it,
Or actually, the Omni Slash is not bad as well. Actually, there's a lot like Viper Strike's pretty good as well. Omni Slash, but yeah, Roar's definitely up there with those skills.
yes, and yeah, no, the Rubik just has a 4 staff. But he also has a Ghost Scepter, so he's protected from the Viper.
Yeah, so at this point, I think the Knicks should actually be holding that mana burn for when the OD pops his Ghost Scepter. That's really gonna be massive damage.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah, I think.
okay, the Radiant actually lost map control and they're actually scared now.
Yeah, but
They're actually
they
scared to
actually
go out of
shouldn't
their
be.
base now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and their support are still spending on these sentry wards against the Knicks. But I think if they just group up, he won't be that big of a threat.
They they have smokes as well, so
Yeah,
I
and
expect them to smoke soon, right after this courier comes back.
yeah, he went to secret shop and what did he buy? Just the avoid stone.
Actually, that's probably another hex for the Windrunner, which is pretty big if they're able to just fully lock down the Juggernaut before he pops anything.
Yeah, that's 2 hexes on their teams, and if the Rubik gets it as well, but that might still be a long time before that happens. And hmm. Okay, so there's a smoke from the Radiant, and they're pinging towards Roshan. I don't think they're aware that the Dire's actually in their jungle. Let's see if the two
Alright,
forces will meet.
let's see if they're gonna fall for this Viper illusion.
Well, they have
Actually,
smoke. They,
what? They fell for it.
they have smoke. I
Which
mean,
is
they should know it. It did pop the smoke, so
yeah, they should know that that was fake. A fake Viper.
Yeah, but now it's the
Maybe
Dire's
got
turn
over-eager
to
there.
smoke, yeah. And I think they're looking now to counter initiate, but
Okay, I think they're
they
gonna
miss
be
each
able to
other.
catch the Visage.
Yeah, and the Visage has the gem. So there's this wrap around, and they'll be coming top. So there's
Ooh,
big team fight.
they catch the Beastmaster before he pops off Roar. Where's the Juggernaut? And actually, where's the Juggernaut? There are no Omni Slashes
There,
yet.
the Omni Slash finally comes in.
Okay, first Omni Slash, second Oh, he was really slow with that second Omni Slash.
I think he might not have had
Good fight for
mana.
the Radiant.
Yeah, they only
No, he
used the
had
Rubik.
enough
Ah,
mana.
he had enough mana, okay.
He had enough mana. He just wasn't able to click on anyone.
Okay.
He didn't use the drums as well. Like, he should have used drums there.
Yeah. So the Radiant only uses the Rubik while the Dire loses four of their heroes. And I think this is do you think this is GG? I mean
Actually,
they
no, I
can
think
take the
this is just
racks.
one set of racks.
Mhm.
I don't think they can get the second pair of racks right now.
Yeah, but I think a lot of their damage is really dependent on the Juggernaut, and it's still some time before
Ooh,
he comes
wait,
back. Yeah,
actually, bad overextension by. Ooh, he
but
survived.
by Cookie, yeah, but he pops the BKB. Do that.
The Beastmaster buys back and dies again, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna get that second pair of racks now.
yeah, yeah. Nice habit there. They drop the ward immediately and go for the bottom tier 3 tower. Yeah, and the Luna with the glaives was illusional. Quickly take down the range racks.
Yeah, I think this is GG now. I don't see them coming back from two racks down, and yeah, and with just single. Oh, he
Yeah,
had
the
to waste
Omni
the
on the
Omni
illusion.
Slash there.
Yeah, it just killed the illusion.
I guess
Yeah.
they're just gonna bleed to death slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Luna already has her Eagle song, so once she gets her Butterfly, she still has one slot left. And then the Dire's just defending.
Yeah, this is pretty over, I think. Like, the Radiant should just like take Roche, then push in for the kill.
Yeah. The Juggernaut bought an ultimate orb. Is that for
Probably going for
Skadi?
a Manta now. No, I
Manta.
don't think he's gonna go for Skadi. I think he's gonna go for Manta though.
Do you
I
think he should
still
have
don't
gotten the
like a lot
Yasha
of
first?
his.
Yeah.
Well, I think right now he's more concerned about
Surviving.
survivability than the move speed, because if he's concerned with the move speed at all, he would have at least used his drums. So yeah, I think that's for survivability. Though
Yeah, so the Radiant are now
still
going for
don't
the
like this
rush.
refresher.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this Roshan is quickly falling to the OD actually, while the Luna tanks. So
Okay,
the Luna
nobody's
picks
gonna
up
get the
the Aegis.
cheese, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it's more or less a 6 slotted. And they can actually just they're signaling for the top tower push, so they can just take this tier 2 top tower, then end the game. But it's actually been surprisingly long fight, 58 minutes.
Yep.
In
Well, it was
addition to the
actually pretty
pauses.
close all throughout.
Yeah,
Like I think that the graphs don't necessarily represent it, but when it comes to team fights, the Dire always had a fighting chance in most of them.
yeah, it was down to execution and there narrow victories on both sides. I mean earlier, despite the
I
team wipe, the Radiant actually was low on life then. So yeah, they're now making a beeline for this tier 3 tower.
and
And
do
the
they
Viper's out of
have Omni
position.
Slash? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and the Viper's 3 out
Yeah,
of
he has a
position.
TP. Ooh, Viper gets a Divine Rapier actually.
Hmm.
Let's see if he can make anything happen with this, or is he gonna feed it?
Yeah, Monkey King bar, Divine Rapier, and Blacking bar. So one of the changes actually was you could disassemble or sell the or I think disassemble items that combine, because there was this game with Kaipi, I think, who when they accidentally bought a Divine Rapier.
Yeah, you can I think disassemble it for 10 seconds, like
Yep,
before 10 seconds after you buy it.
yeah.
Radiant's actually slow pushing this. I think they're afraid of the rapier.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they're just slow pushing, just standing back. You can just wait for the Manta style to cool off and then just send them to hit the towers a few times.
You can also use the visage illusions for that. No, I mean the
The
burns for
familiars,
that.
yeah. So they
Ooh,
roar on the OD
okay, roar.
and they're making a go at
Nice
this.
chain stun. Okay, Omni Slash. Cheese pop. Okay, well, actually he didn't Omni. He got shackled. Nice shackle by the Windrunner there. That's a two-man shackle.
Yeah, and
And
the
yeah,
ano
they drop the
dice.
rapier and yeah, OD gets the rapier.
Yeah, so there's the
The
Omni
Viper
Slash
Omni, but that's
barely
not gonna
doing
do
anything.
much.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright,
thanks
nice
for
game.
casting. Yeah, nice game. So see
Okay,
you
so
tomorrow.
yeah, we actually have two games tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. Alright, that's all for tonight and yeah, hope you enjoyed that game.
Yeah, and final score is 30 to 19. So thank you for watching and goodbye.